You can never play alone, never play in a graveyard, and you must always say goodbye. Ouija was written and directed by Styles White, also written by Juliet Snowden, and they did movies such as 2009's Knowing. Okay, that one wasn't too bad, even though it kind of spun its goddamn wheels and then crashed into a goddamn ravine, but nevertheless, it was an interesting concept. They also did 2005's Boogeyman. Well, yeah, this movie is pretty much fucked from the start. If you've never seen 2005's Boogeyman, well, try to seek it out if you want to see one of the worst horror movies of the last 20-some-odd years. It was horribly pieced together, one of the worst goddamn concepts, and the special effects, my fucking goodness, could barely pass for 1980. Yeah, I may try to retro-review that at some point, but nevertheless, that was 2005. This is 2014 that Ouija came out. I was going to say this is a retro-review, but that was only 8 years ago, and I'm not ready to accept the fact that a movie that came out when I was 33 years old qualifies for retro status. So nevertheless, this is based on the controversial board game by Hasbro, that basically you can contact the dead, you can do this. It's an ancient board. I'm sure it's based on something ancient, but the thing only came out in May 1980, which seems like a while ago, and it kind of was. To give you a little bit of clarity, I was born in January of 1981, so you maybe can blame me for the fact that this video, I'm the spawn of this video game. No, I'm not the spawn of this board game. Imagine if they actually made a video game based around Ouija. It would certainly be better and more well written and couldn't be any worse than this fucking goddamn slop bucket that basically took the bare bones of a concept based around a board game and took a bunch of pretty people. They were supposed to play teenagers, but were in at least their early 20s. Some were in, close to their mid-20s. And then they even had the old lady that was in Insidious that decided to be included in the reshoots. Yes, they did reshoots for this fucking movie. I'm going to spoil a lot of Ouija because missing out on this will not haunt you at all. If you have seen this, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, this movie ends up with one universal question. If they had to do something at the end of the movie to free somebody to stop this evil, but it turns out that the person trapped was this ghost was this actual evil, who the fuck was committing all these atrocities and causing all these issues? That's the main thing that you have to wonder about, because, like, yes, reshoots and Human Centipede and stuff together presenting it as a horror film, a complete horror film that made no goddamn sense when you really think about it. And it's not like, oh, horror films have this deep narrative. Some have a little bit of deep lore that some fans explore, like long-running series. But this is a standalone horror movie. You just think about it, when you get to the final conclusion, you're like, none of it makes any fucking goddamn sense. Like, who was causing all these issues? If the girl had to be freed so she could scream and she could be, free to do as she wants any old time, then why in the... Who were caught... Fuck! What illogical goddamn, loophole did they decide to jump through and then just basically blow up to get to this goddamn point? Did nobody bother to research this? Oh, right. The people that wrote this did 2005's Boogeyman, which had a bunch of logic loopholes, as it were. So this stars Olivia Cooke, who was in Ready Player One and also some other stuff. Anna Koto, not Goto, not Hiroki Goto. Non-wrestling fans, especially New Japan Pro Wrestling fans, have no fucking idea who I'm talking about. Darren Kazagoff, who I swear plays just the washed-out weird idiot all the time. Same with Pete. Douglas Smith plays the other washed-out idiot. I believe he was in Red Riding Hood. If he wasn't, he sure looked like a guy. And also Bianca A. Santos plays Isabel. And then there are other people in this. And basically the movie just ends up becoming just a bunch of slop where people make stupid decisions, and then the whole third act reveal just basically punches any remaining holes, like just to the point where that thing just sinks to the goddamn ground. So it was PG-13 also, so they pretty much cut out all the violence. You can do PG-13 horror movies if you actually know what the fuck you're doing. Unfortunately, nobody involved in this production knew what the fuck they were doing. So yeah, basically, if a ghost is here, you can look through the little dealie that you use and look through the little eye and just do this and look through it. And then you can see the ghost. And then you get possessed, and then you do stupid shit. Or you don't do stupid shit, and the ghost just decides to scare you. It's really, again, a lot of logic loopholes that basically just get, made bigger and bigger until the point it sinks into the earth. So, calm down, it's only a game. So there are these kids playing. Lane and Debbie. Lane is played by Olivia Cooke, and Debbie is played by, I don't remember the actress's name. It's not important for the purposes of this equation. So, they grow up, and basically Lane is trying to talk. Lane is trying to talk to, Debbie, but Debbie's been acting a little bit weird lately. And then apparently she tried to burn the Ouija board. Nobody gets that unless you are a deep diver into YouTube. But you can burn the Ouija board. Help pulls. Ouija help pull. Wah, wake board. Nailed it. So anyway, she gets possessed. She hangs herself from some Christmas lights that just happen to be up there. And she's had the light of her life, and she's never hung herself this way before. She's such a Debbie Downer. Well, that was goddamn dickish. Everybody's upset, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. Lane comes up with a brilliant idea to take the Ouija board, the Luigi board, and basically, do a seance and try to contact her. Well, you must always say goodbye, because you never got a chance to say goodbye. So they basically get, hi friend, okay, again, hi friend, and all this stuff, and what is the name? D, oh, it's Debbie, great. Well, no, they didn't let the person finish, because they were Kanye West interrupting Taylor Swift's speech. Boy, that was a long time ago. God damn, that was forever ago. That was back when Kanye West actually was seen as somebody talented, and just kind of an idiot, as opposed to now. So, basically weird shit starts happening in the same house, by the way. The same house that's abandoned, yet one of the people has access to the goddamn thing. Because why the fuck not? Just keep going in this house where your friend died. That seems perfectly normal. Perfect way to cope. Everybody then starts seeing versions of hi friend. Like somebody sees it lined in chalk. And then there's also in in the windows with all this dew and this fog. And then carved into desks. So everybody's got to figure out, we got to play more. Is this Debbie? No, it's not Debbie. Who the hell is this? DZ. Who the hell's DZ? Well, I can't tell you. Run, she's coming. Mother is coming. Gross. And then they do a bunch of research stuff. Debbie's mother, pronouns pal, gave Lane some stuff, and it was a bunch of videos. And she found a hard drive with a little bit of, some stuff like cleaning out the attic. And Debbie found the Ouija board up there, the Luigi board, and then played it. And then Isabel decides to just basically floss her teeth, gets her mouth sewn shut, and hits her head on a full tub and dies. Because she gets possessed by the evil that is still trapped. Who's committing these atrocities? So the research scene, they find out it's Doris Xander, not Xander with an X. No, not that weird anti-Semitic bullshit fuck from Buffy. Read up on that. Yeah. So anyway, she had a sister, so she goes to visit the sister, the old woman from Insidious, who actually is pretty good actress or whatever. I'm not committing her name to memory, but she is a pretty good actress. Mother did that to her. She was a medium, and she communicated with a bunch of ghosts, and then these ghosts all spoke to her, and she sewed her mouth shut to stop her from talking. Okay. And, well, she basically Mother is, out to get them. You open the channel, it has to stop. You have to cut the stitches, and hopefully she can handle Mother. There's a secret room. Find her body, you cut the stitches. And then Mother tries to stop this. I wonder why. Because the Mother's evil. Oh, wait, no, the Mother's not evil. So they free her. They free Doris. She screams. And everything is good. Nope, Doris was the true evil. Again, who was committing these atrocities if Doris was the true evil? Was Mother doing it? Was Mother deciding to kill people just to lure them into freeing her daughter that was clearly evil? None of this makes any goddamn sense. All these reshoots, all this bullshit, it's ridiculous. Pete gets killed. Trevor gets killed. He just vanishes. And it turns out that Mother wasn't, she goes to visit the sister again. Mother wasn't evil. You were the one. It was your sister. No, how could you trick me? How could you be so stupid, Lane? You fucking moron. So basically, they have to burn the body and they have to burn the board. Lie as a body, burn as a board. And then Debbie helps Lane and Sarah. Sarah's a sister, by the way. Anna Koto, I swear I've seen her and stuff, and I just can't place it. And they burned it all, and it's all fine, except the little looky glass thing is still there, implying there's a sequel. We actually get the prequel, Origin, or the Ouija Origin of Evil, which I may actually rewatch again, since it was fine. It was actually well thought out, as opposed to this fucking slump. Who was committing these fucking atrocities? If it wasn't Doris, because she was trapped and she couldn't say anything, who was committing the atrocities? Who? Who, in the New Day phrase? Who? Fuck, this movie is terrible. Agree, disagree, what I said? Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rickland. I'll see you soon.